And it's Avengers number 40, written by Jason Aaron and art by Javier Garron. This is the Enter the Phoenix part one after that prelude we had last issue where you got the BC X-Men. You end up here getting into what this Phoenix story is going to be, and it looks like it's just going to be a big fighting tournament. Really, after going through 10 of Swords and that nonsense, I don't need another tournament. It really feels generic already. You start out even with the idea that you get thrown into this, not knowing what's going on, as a Phoenix Force Doctor Doom is fighting Captain America in the Savage Lands. You're just thrown into this. It says opening round, but even that gets me, a little bit of a, oh my, are we doing this again? And the Cap dialogue's okay. It gets very generic. And we haven't had a lot of Cap in this 40 issues of the Avengers. And if it's going to be this surface level nonsense, I don't need it. But you have him fighting Doom. The whole idea of this being is Doom. Hey, I like the Phoenix Force. I'm going to do what? It's going to kind of control me and I can't control it. Screw this. I yield. That's how this whole fight ends. And it goes on. And the whole thing feels like an anime, a fighting game, and also almost like a cartoon where you're just going through and letting each of the characters get the Phoenix Force so that you can make an action figure or a statue of it. You end up seeing Doom with it. Not that crazy there, but where they're fighting, Cap gets a shield, throws it at Doom. It kind of gathers up the Phoenix Force and brings it back to him so then he could have his triumphant fan service moment of, but boom, I'm the Phoenix Force. And then they go on. Even as you go, you get a decent enough thing with Cap, even though it is, hey, I used to fight a lot back in the day before I got the super soldier serum, and I lost most of those, but it taught me to keep on fighting. Keep on trucking, baby. And with Doom, he's not like that. Doom's used to winning. Doom's used to being in control. So the Phoenix Force isn't working for him. And he, like I said, he just yields and then disappears. And then Tony gets shot back into like a negative space where then you see a bunch of people almost like a video game, select the character screen, except we don't have to unlock stuff here. They're not going to make us do that. You don't have to get DLC nonsense. It'd be funny if they did it just like that, because that's what it seems like. But you see a lot of crazy characters, and then you could sit there. Ooh, I want to have Howard the Duck get the Phoenix Force. Really? You want that? But I want Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. I think that'd be hilarious. But it's set up to be this tournament, but we've already set up a rule that you can just give up. And if it's me, I'm not exactly a heroic guy. I'd be in there and Cap would come up, and even there, I'd punch Nazis in the face. I mean, are we going to get more tropey than that? I punched Nazis in the face, and this didn't feel like a victory. I'm like, hey, Cap, what happened? I was fighting Doom, and then he just said, I yield, and disappeared out of the tournament. I'm telling you, I yield. I'd be screaming, you hear me? I yield right now, please. Because, I'm kind of a scaredy cat, I am. But yeah, with that, though, even with that's pretty much the issue. Now, in the meantime, you do come outside of the tournament and see what all the other Avengers are doing. And what they're doing is kind of gathering up in Avengers Mount. At one point, you have T'Challa kind of plug into the celestial that is Avengers Mount so it could talk to the Phoenix, but it's really a tournament. That's all this is. There's not that much more to it, so I'm not going to even say or make anything more about it. You end up having a tournament. You end up with it, just the hokiest deal again with this, and in a book that we're 40 issues in, and I'm desperately trying to grab onto something, this isn't it. This isn't it. I want to see the Avengers. I want a book about the Avengers. When I look at this final screen of the tournament, you ain't got a lot of Avengers there. You got a couple, not a lot. And that's the problem with this book. It's been the problem with this book since after pretty much the first 5-issue arc that set up the whole Celestial Mountain and stuff like that. After that, Jason Aaron has made this just a scattered book. And the thing about it is, though, I love the art, and the art's really good in it. And then there's little bits and pieces throughout where I'm like, Okay, I kind of like this. Let's go. I like the beginning of The Age of Khonshu that we just got through. Oh, Moon Knight. Let's see. And then it went on. I'm like, yeah, this is nothing. And then it ends as nothing. Now we have a tournament. Okay, but at this point, I didn't even sit there and go, yeah, that's cool. Like no, we just had Ten of Swords. We get these things. It's Secret Wars Phoenix Force, nonsense, whatever. But overall, I'm going to give this, because of the art, I'm going to be a little more positive maybe than I sound. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. But overall, I'm disappointed again. I'll still be reading it and see what goes on. But I hope the fights are better than, hey, I used to fight when I wasn't strong, and that taught me this. I yield. All right, next. Hopefully it's better than that, but we'll see. All right, everybody, and thanks for watching and listening to this video. And please, if you did enjoy it, like it below, subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the show notes with everything Weird Science, podcast, websites, all that jazz. And I'll talk to you later.